How we doing, guys? It's Adam Godine, another Adam Godine classic, and I'm here to talk to you about a very important issue that's very close to my heart. And so I hope you stay tuned and listen in. It's got a little information to talk about, and got my dog right next to me, but he's not gonna fit in the frame, so I'm just gonna talk straight up, just pure, unadulterated Adam Godine, unfiltered, uncut, uncensored. You got it. A full Adam Godine special. So, today I want to talk about something that's very important to me. Like I said, that I have a friend that I was talking to today, and I happened to know this friend when she was in her most vulnerable state. That when I first met her, she was so vulnerable and just weak. And when I say weak, I don't mean that in terms of her character. I just mean that she was vulnerable and she was not in a good place. And I think that people like to stomp on vulnerability. That there's a certain complex that people have that they see weakness as a personal character flaw, and these people have never have been at a point where they've been weak. Where we all have our inner weakness. That we all have our Chiron, our wounded healer in astrology. So we all carry that wound. We all carry that wound, and we Chiron, the planet, represents self judgment in some ways, self criticalness. I know that's not a word, but that we have to not judge people. We have to accept people. That I know I've said this before, but it's not cliche. It's just so true that there's people in our lives that maybe we meet them for the first time and we think to ourselves, like, wow, that person was really clingy. Maybe they're sending you a bunch of texts or that person was really weird, but we have to know, we have to see the weirdness in ourselves, that we're weird people. We all have that weirdness about us. We all have been needy at one point. We all have been, weak. We've all been weak at one point. We've all been at our lowest. So for me personally, my lowest was so low that all the cringy things I've said, all the needy things I've said to friends and significant others and etc. Because I'm intellectually honest enough to admit that I've not lived perfect mindset going throughout life. That I'm probably the least judgmental person in the world. That anyone that comes to me, they may seem weak, they may have something fundamentally, just not right with them, and they may seem just odd people, and I accept them. I always accept them because I see a little bit of myself in them. I see a little bit of myself, and I've been at my weakest. And like I said, all the cringy things I've said, all the cringy things I've done, how could I judge someone else? So can't possibly be worse than me. Seriously, I mean, going. I'm talking about way back in the day, the classic old school days. Back in the high school, running and gunning kind of days. So, I'm just saying that judgment, that there'll be people that come in our lives, and I think there's a natural reaction to have this contempt for people that are weak and needy. Like, oh, this person keeps blowing my phone; they're so needy, and it becomes like the source of anger. Like that's the response. Like it's like a frustration that someone's needy. When that's so toxic, because it creates this cycle that we should accept those who are needy, especially because they need our help. Because people who have low self esteem, who've been rejected in the past, when they try to form new relationships, there might be some boundary issues, there might be some trust issues, there might be lots of issues. That so if someone is coming across as needy, maybe they have no friends, the person rejects them, it creates this negative feedback loop where this, because the person has no self-esteem, it's hard to make friends because people don't accept them for having low self-esteem, and they don't have friends because they have low self-esteem. In the same way as vice versa. So um we just said you can't judge each other. If someone seems a little odd, we have to be open minded to them. And by the way, there's a band-aid on because I used scissors and accidentally cut my finger a little bit, but I don't think it's too grotesque that I can have my uh band-aid on. It's actually kind of gross. I hope the band-aid didn't distract from the greatness that was this video thus far. I'm only 420 minutes in, 420 on the dot to be precise. So anyway, I'm just saying that there's so many judgments that people have when they first meet someone, and I'm really especially emphasizing people's first meet, that there's a certain closeness that people come to and a certain intimacy that people develop, and that we can't we can't judge. We have to be open minded to other people's perspectives. That there's truths to every perspective in some ways, and to not be dismissive, not to shut people down, and just to be open minded. That have that intellectual humility. That I am the wisest man or woman interchangeably, for I know one thing that I know nothing. Socrates quote that we have to be intellectually honest and know that we don't have all the answers and agree that we don't have all the answers. And um, I said, oh, I'm trying to limit my intake, but it becomes a habit. But anyway, the point is that this person that I met, she came to me when she was at her weakest, her very lowest. And the normal person, the normal reaction would be to run away. Wow, this person's clean. This person keeps blowing up my phone. But you know what I did? Like I said, I saw myself in her. I've been at that level. I've been weak, and the point is, we've all been weak. We've all been weak at some point in our lives. Chiron, the wounded healer, and after we've been at the lowest of the low, we develop that compassion. We develop that compassion because we see that suffering in others. When we have suffered, we develop profound compassion for others. We feel that pain. We don't want anyone else to feel that. So I have developed that strongly. When I feel pain in others, I feel that strongly. And so the wounded healer, the wounded healer represents a healer that cannot heal themselves. Where these people reach out for friendships, but they can't help their self-esteem alone. They need other social interactions to help their self-esteem. Let's say that someone has been rejected repeatedly by friends, and they've come to expect that. That expectancy becomes a reality over time. That our beliefs are so fundamental to our reality, they fundamentally change the reality. For example, I could say, "Oh, this looks so bad. It looks so bad." But then if you say, "Oh, this is the most beautiful thing in the world," that you completely perceive it differently. That your beliefs, your attitudes completely affect your perception, which affects your reality. So the power of positive thinking. I know that's cliche, and some people may not want to hear it at that time, but um, and it's pretty miraculous that I haven't had to touch my hair. And I usually touch my hair a little bit, but I don't think I've touched my hair once so far. I did say once, but the point is that people at their weakest, that we can't judge, that we've all been weak, that, and I'm not saying this in a lecture. I'm not trying to preachify. I'm not trying to lecturize. I mean, when I say we, I'm not saying that my audience is doing this. I just mean we as humanity. We as humanity, cannot judge, have to accept people, and have to understand that our beliefs fundamentally change our perception. So if I believe, if I believe, wow, this room's so messy, all I'll notice is the room being really messy. It'll just that's the only thing I'll notice, because I'll notice every single piece of dust on the floor. And my dog's getting all worked up because I'm using my outside voice. Yeah, look at me, so cute. He's crawling around. He's crawling around. So my dog has a belief system. My dog's belief system is cuddle with me all day long. So we have fun. We have fun with my dog. He's cute. He's honey. Did I mention he's a Cavachon? And I mentioned that I didn't touch my hair yet? Well, touch. So all I'm saying is that our attitudes, and this has been proven by scientific literature, that um that our attitudes affect our perception, which affect our reality. So if we have this belief, wow, what a great room, you will literally manifest this reality where you will start noticing all the goodness of the room, and you'll literally, you'll stop perceiving everything that would be negative. That will become independent from your perception if you were to have that attitude of seeing the negative out of everything. So people come in our life. My friend, I'm so glad I accepted her, because now we're like best friends. We're like best of friends. And I said, if this person said normal things to someone else, they would easily reject them. But rejection creates this feedback loop, where how could someone make friends if they're constantly expecting to be rejected? It turns into this learned helplessness, where there's this expectancy. There's expectancy. We have this belief system that, oh, there must be something wrong with us to be rejected. It's a belief system, we manifest it. So by changing our belief system, that instead of, oh, I get, and having that mindset like, oh, I get rejected a lot, that's a belief. Thinking that you're getting rejected a lot is a belief. That's the past. That's not the present. It's irrelevant. Past is irrelevant. It's a belief system. We have a belief that we are, we define ourselves. We are good with people. We are good with this. We are good at making friends. We attract people. If we have that belief system, it'll manifest. And that's the only thing that will become part of our perception. And life is like that. And so, anything in your life, and I was talking to my friend about this, that if you focus on the lack of what you don't have, it
disrupts the flow of you manifesting what you actually want. And that's important, that we have to focus on what we want, our goals, but we can't think in terms of we're overcoming lack, to be completely content with the present. And that's so important, that we all have so many goals in our lives, but no matter what, no matter the attitude of no matter what happens, I am completely content with the present moment. I am completely content with everything that happens. No matter what happens, I am perfectly content. And by having that mindset, we free ourselves from a lot of mental traps and a lot of negative thought patterns that impact everything. And it all just comes down to a belief system that, if I believe I'm terrible at public speaking on videos. I mean, I have never been on video in my life, except the first video I posted on Facebook. I just like, you know what, maybe I'll post a video, maybe I'll just do a draft. I just went on this rant and it turned out well. So I had a belief system that I would be nervous in front of camera. Oh, I can't do it in front of camera. Just spontaneously that, I think I can. Yeah, I think I can do it. I'm good at public speaking. I define myself. I'm good at public speaking. I got on that camera and I was in a roll. I was saying, but at the same time, I articulated the message in an effective way at the same time. So, the point is that I define myself in that moment, that I am good at public speaking. I can do this. And that brings me to the point of self advocacy, that to believe in ourselves, that we are capable of doing things. I think there's an illusion that we see these successful people, they're doing all these things, and it's just, oh, I can't do that. How could I be like that person? How could oh he's so cute, look at him. But so Honey believes he can do anything. So therefore he's more likely to accomplish it because he's running all over the place. But so actually, to be honest, I posted a video. I recorded a video last night, but my dog pressed the cancel button, so it awkwardly it ended in the worst moment. So, anyway, trying to find a good angle so my dog doesn't sabotage this video. So, our belief systems that, um, you know, uh, everything everything we perceive is filtered through our belief systems. If we tell ourselves things, if I am this, I am that, and it does sound cliche. It sounds very cliche, but it sounds cliche only because it's so simple. It's so simple, and sometimes we have a lot of wisdoms. We know things, so I mean, I don't mean to like sound like I'm lecturizing or preachifying because much of this I'm sure my audience knows. I mean, my audience is very intelligent and very adept. I respect my audience. I am a leader for my followers. I am for my followers. Every single person that likes my page, every single person that leaves a review, that shares I am loyal to you. Thank you, my followers. It is because of you that we are able to accomplish this mission of an unconditional love for humanity. If it wasn't for you, we would not be able to do this. We are accomplishing unconditional love for humanity. No matter what someone does, we are family and we love them. No matter what they do, we are family. No matter how wicked they are, we are part of the human race and we are working together. And that's our mission and that's our goal. And that's what you have done for me. And I have been a humble leader for you. And I'm working for you. I'm doing this for you because I love humanity. I have an unconditional love for humanity. And that's my message. And that's why I'm here. And so I'm saying that, you know, in terms of that if we see someone that tries to come into our life, they seem needy, instead of seeing them as, oh, it's some stranger I met that's all needy, see them as family. As family. This is my cousin who's trying to get in touch with me. And if we start thinking in terms of that we're family, it makes things a lot easier. And it makes things a lot right. Or right is not a word, but more right. And I'm gonna distract myself from the video, but so not judging people, being open minded that people are different and accepting people, and knowing that our belief systems affect everything that we perceive, and that to constantly have a belief, define ourselves with their own beliefs. I believe this. You can even say it out loud. I believe dot dot dot. I believe this about myself. And if you say it enough times, you have to think it, but you have to feel it. You have to feel it. Put your hand in your heart. I believe I can do this. I believe I am this. I am this. Then put it in your head. I believe I am this. Your heart and your head. Your crown chakra and your heart chakra. Feel it. Feel it. Feel that you can accomplish it. Think about your goal and raise your arms in the air in a victory pose. I'll throw up so you know what I mean. See? Victory pose. The victory pose. Put your arms in this victory pose. Close your eyes. Imagine, visualize that outcome. Feel what it's like. Feel what it's like and envision that and remember that feeling. And know that whenever you feel that feeling, you'll envision that visual and that you will accomplish it. You will do whatever you can, whether it's for um, worldly endeavors or personal spiritual development, that you can do it. That I believe in you, that we are working together, that we are leading each other, that as much as I'm a leader, you are a leader to me, all of you, for helping me, for guiding me, for sharing your wisdoms. We have so many wisdoms that we just share it, that we all already know, but it's just so essential to share and to inform. And that I just want to remind my audience the importance of just letting people in and being open with people and being genuine with people, because we're all different and we can't judge, and we've all been weak. No one has been weaker at me in my weakest moments. And if you suffer like that, when you see someone suffer, you never want them to suffer again. That's Adam Godin. Another video coming up. This one over. Catch you later. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, that was really awkward because I was gonna do my last face. Like, you know how they do on the news where they do the face and then they get the bloopers where they're still making the face and it's awkward. Well, that's what just happened. So I wouldn't I wouldn't ruin the video, but I'll try to do my Adam Godin face again. Hopefully the video will end if I press this. Adam Godin.